All right, sounds good. Yep, gotcha. $15:25 left in the first half. Let's go down to the, so where is she, on the sideline? Let's go down to the sideline. Phoebe Florian with our first conference hit of the year. Phoebe.
Thank you, Gary. Nobody wants to start conference play with a bye week. And Coach Ferry said his main focus was keeping his players sharp with having a 10-day break. He also said that he wanted to keep their rhythm every day and figure out combinations that work best for them because they haven't been able.
Riley Jacobs in the center circle along with TJ Beal, and here we go. It is Maine in road blue, UMBC in the home white. The Black Bears will have it right to left to get us going here.
Yeah, we talked about the struggles that Maine has had offensively, and there's a great example right there. They're just turning the ball over way too much early in the season, thus a 2-14 record.
Last year, they were #1 in the league, Rick, in assist-to-turnover ratio. This year, they're on the bottom at #9. UMBC first possession, Josh Odunawo, and there is the starting five for the Retrievers. DJ Armstrong coming off a career-high 31 points at Coppin State this past week. Jalakai King in the front court now with Valentine. Ace Valentine having a great year for UMBC. Jim Ferry has challenged him to be the leader in assists in the conference. Armstrong short on a jumper. Odunawo for the rebound, but it's plucked away from behind by Ace Flagg. Up ahead for the fast break for Maine, Logan Carey converts, and the Black Bears are on the board.
Yeah, Logan Carey's played a bigger role this year for the Black Bears, playing more point guard and having to get out and try to run with the ball and try to run this team, and he's doing a great job.
Ace Flagg, the younger brother, actually fraternal brother, twin of Cooper Flagg, making his first collegiate start tonight.
Yeah, his kids look really good. He's got a great mid-range game, really aggressive, really tough inside.
Ace Valentine, so there are a pair of aces on the floor tonight. We'll get into that a little later. How about that? Misses, and Maine now with a 2-0 lead with the basketball. Black Bears like to work inside out. Here's Beal with the pivot foot. Up top, here's Flagg. Now 12 to shoot. And they'll reset here. Ryan Mabry, their three-point shooter. Up top for Beal. He'll take that, but drive this time. TJ Beal to the basket, and the hesitation is good.
Yeah, TJ Beal is going to be one of the better players in this conference this year. He can score at all three levels. You can see you got to go out and guard him from that three. He pump faked there and got to the basket.
11 points per game, almost 5 rebounds per game for TJ Beal, a grad forward out of Calgary, Alberta. And up by 4. Here's Odunawo, first team all-conference preseason. Valentine left open. Corner three. That one won't go. Jacobs with the rebound and a kick ball underneath. It'll stay with UMBC.
At the top, we talked about UMBC's motion offense. They really don't have any set plays. It's really kind of just read and react on offense, and they love to penetrate, as you can see here. Oh, let's take a look at Beal going to the basket. You got to cover that three-point. He shoots over 40% from three-point range. You got to get there and cover him, which means he can pump fake and get to the basket and finish.
UMBC with 19 on the shot clock. And now the officials, they want to maybe mop up something here around the low block, I believe. And that's exactly what's happening. So 4-0 Maine early on, and we talked about with Jim Ferry the other day, getting off to a fast start in a situation where UMBC hasn't had a game in 10 days.
Yeah, I think Phoebe is going to talk about that in one of the breaks coming up. But, yeah, he was concerned about these first 4 minutes to see what, that's such a long layout from playing a game. So we'll take a look.
There is Jim Ferry, 5th season at UMBC, but it's his 26th year overall. Has coached at the D3, the D2, and the D1 levels. NCAA tournaments in both the D2 and D1 level. Now UMBC with the basketball, 15 to shoot. King with a pull-up jumper. That's off the rim and glass, no good. Beal inside for the rebound. Now up ahead to Mabry.
And Jalakai King did not play in that last game against Coppin, which UMBC won handedly. King was out sick, and the team really stepped it up. Had a great game against Coppin.
And that kind of went through the team. In fact, Jim Ferry kind of suffered from it for a while. And a traveling violation called underneath. This one on Maine.
Yeah, Mari Allen trying to post up inside, just kind of slipped up on the court and got caught with the travel.
There's a look at Chris Markwood now in his 4th season at the University of Maine. As a player, he was the 2000 Maine Gatorade Player of the Year. Went to Notre Dame for 2 years, then transferred over to Maine. Has coached at 4 stops on the East Coast, and now here back with the Black Bears. Odunuwo can't convert twice. Jacobs can't convert at the rim. And right now, the bank is closed for UMBC.
Absolutely. There are 3 opportunities there for UMBC. Right there at the rim, just couldn't put it in. Just need to take your time and finish the shot.
UMBC still scoreless now, coming up on 3 minutes here in the first.
And UMBC's getting good shots, and they're in their offense. They're getting great looks. They're just not putting it in the hole.
Here's Flagg with the basketball. Give off to Mabry. Mabry off glass. That one rolls out. Nice box out by Valentine on the baseline. And it's retrieved by Jacobs. That's now Valentine to the hoop.
Yeah. Talking about running right down Main Street, Gary. Ace Valentine getting there and finishing with a left hand off the glass.
So we got the 2 aces and we got the Main Street in so far. We're off to a good start.
Yeah, old man joke bingo here on the broadcast.
Filling up the card. 4-2 the score, 16:25 left. Mabry gets a screen from Flagg, back to Ace. Cross court, Beal for 3, and banks it home.
Yeah, Ace Flagg finding Beal all the way in the cross court. I told you he could shoot that 3. You got to guard him from all 3 levels, and it's a fantastic cross court pass by Flagg for the conversion. TJ
Beal, a 33% three-point shooter. That's his 18th of the year. Maine on the season averaging just 31% from downtown. Black Bears by 5. DJ Armstrong yet to get a shot for UMBC. Malachi King to the basket for 2.
One of the things that Chris Markwood talks about in his defense is shutting down the middle, and right now we've seen multiple opportunities where UMBC's been able to penetrate down the lane and to finish.
Maine by 3, under 16 now here in the first. Here's Allen, crossover on DJ. Allen pull up, it is short. Rebound Odunuwo. Odunuwo averaging over 5 rebounds per game in the top 15 conference. Baseline drive by Valentine, and he lays it home.
Yeah, UMBC having a lot of opportunity to get inside in the paint off the dribble penetration. Right now, Coach Markwood not happy with his team's defensive performance. They're the top team in the conference. They shut down the middle. Right now, not having much luck.
Yep, UMBC keeps penetrating inside. 4 for Valentine, 2 for King. Valentine coming off a 19-point game at Coppin State. What a line that was. 19.7 rebounds, 8 assists, only 1 turnover. Beal for 3, it's short, and Armstrong collects it along the sideline. Retrievers with a chance to take the lead. King to the basket. Odunuwo flashes through for the rebound. Keeps it alive, new shot clock. Bang. Jacobs bangs it home.
Fantastic offensive performance by the Retrievers. Josh Odunuwo cleaning up the offensive rebound and kicking it back out. Again, Ace Valentine be able to convert, get down the lane, and dish it off to the freshman for the dunk.
It's a 6-0 run for UMBC, and they've taken the lead. 8-7 now, coming up on 14 minutes in the first. Here's Beal to the basket, picked up by Odunuwo.
Slick.
Very nicely done by TJ Beal.
TJ Beal, you're right. Bringing it into the lane, pump fake, fading. Nice high arcing shot over Josh Odunuwo.
Beal with 7 of Maine's 9. Armstrong, nice feed inside. Jacobs, 2 in a row for Riley Jacobs.
Riley Jacobs getting on the rim. Nice penetration again by the Retrievers, finding room down the lane and dishing off to the big man at the rim.
How about DJ in traffic there with the pass? UMBC up by 1. Again, we're still looking for that first media timeout. Here's Carey. He scored the first basket of the night. Carey at pivot foot over King. Carey banks it up and in.
Yeah, nice patience by Logan Carey in the paint. Nice footwork, finishing off the glass.
2 for 2. He's got 4. And all of a sudden, both teams starting to heat up. Valentine had the shot altered by Carey. Carey gets the rebound up ahead for Mabry. Left open for 3, and Mabry bricks it off the heel.
Yeah, for Maine to get going offensive, they got to get Mayberry going. He's a really good scorer. Just has been struggling at times in games. He can get on a run, though. You're going to continue to guard him for UMBC, but Maine needs Mayberry to produce.
No fouls yet in this game. Under 13, King misses Bagley off the glass. Beal in transition for the Black Bears. That one is short. Here comes Jacobs now. Back and forth we go. Valentine with the penetration. Here's Odunuwo baseline.
Nice move.
Can't finish, though. Beal pulls it down.
Been the story of the game early for some of these retrievers right now. Getting in the lane, getting great looks, just not been able to put it in.
Extra pass for Allen. That won't go. Has there ever been a foul-less game?
It's just nonstop. You're absolutely right. It's been no timeouts, no calls at all.
Yeah, I think they're going to owe us one or two. Valentine with the spin inside the lane. That is wide.
Not a good shot by Ace Valentine. Just a little patience. Could have gotten in the lane, kind of kicked it out, tried to force one over top of the defender.
And Jim always says when we go one-on-one, that's not us.
No. UMBC's really easy to defend when they go one-on-one.
Beal left open, can't find it.
Beal's getting a lot of good looks. He's just got to knock him down. Right now, Maine's just struggling to put him in the hole.
Yeah, you may want to guard Beal. 11:44, and we still haven't had a timeout in the game. So they owe us two.
DJ Armstrong coming off 31-point career high performance. He's only taking one shot right now. This might be a second.
It is, and he banks it home.
It's one of the things we talk about in broadcast, is DJ Armstrong getting more shots. It's not him taking more shots, it's getting more shots within the offense. And that's one of the things that Coach Ferry and his team are trying to do, just continue to work their motion offense and try to get him some really good looks.
31-point night at Coppin. That's his first two tonight. UMBC by 1. Coming up on 11 minutes now. Flag picks up the dribble and throws it away. And guess what? Our first timeout.
Take it away, Garrett. And they didn't get the chance to practice for a while. They came out and just torched Coppin 93-59, shooting 52% from the floor and 48% from three-point range. They were 22 assists on 32 field goals for retrievers, and they came really nice effort by the retrievers coming out of the Christmas holiday.
Well, 3 substitutions here, and one of them is Caden Diggs, who launches a two-pointer, and it's a three-point UMBC lead.
Yeah, Caden Diggs, a nice transfer from ODU, playing well for the retrievers off the bench so far this season.
Cougar Downing, another transfer in the game as well, along with Dalen Dickerson, a junior from Kaufman, Texas. So 3 of the 5 right now for the retrievers off the bench. Nice reverse underneath here by Logan Carey.
Yeah, man, getting 3 opportunities at the basket right now. UMBC not being able to pull that defensive rebound down. Carey was able to finish.
Only 2 players have scored for the Black Bears. Beal was 7 and Carey was 6. It's 14-13 UMBC. Up top, DJ now with 15 to shoot, coming up on 10 minutes. Valentine open for 3. That one rims out. Beal high for the rebound. Maine looking for the lead.
Ace Valentine 0 for 2 from that corner 3. He's been so good at it so far this season, just right now not converting.
44.4%, which is a career high for Valentine. Into the game, Caleb Crawford, a sophomore guard from the Bronx, New York. Three-pointer put up straight away by Allen, no good. Dickerson with the box out. Rebound UMBC. So you'll notice no graphic with the score. We'll keep you posted as Ace Valentine makes it a 16-13 game.
And that's UMBC's offense, trying to find opportunities where you can crash down the lane. Ace Valentine does that, beat his man, and Dalen Dickerson finding him with the dish.
6 points, but how about this, Rick? 8 shots for Valentine early on.
He's getting his opportunities. Again, usually penetrating down the lane, and a couple of those threes we talked about.
UMBC by 3, 10 to shoot. Here's Crawford, second year in the program, working on Downing, 5 to shoot, up top. Three-pointer launched by Giannis Bamba. That's no good. Bamba, a junior from Montreal, a transfer from Wichita State.
Day by day, game by game, we got to get better. We have confidence in ourselves that we can turn this around.
Sometimes you got to do it possession by possession. And let's see what Maine has right now. They trail it by 3. 16-13 the score. And here comes for Maine, Crawford to the basket, lays it up and in, and 1 for Caleb Crawford.
Yeah, talking to Chris Markwood yesterday, he loves the kid Crawford. Crawford is a walk-on. He's so proud this kid's getting an opportunity to play. He's a tough New York City guard. Plays hard, he's quick, gets to the basket, stocky, strong, and just loves what this kid's doing coming off the bench.
17 minutes a game, averaging over 4 points per game. Second year in the program. He's a New York City guard, according to Chris Markwood, and you know what that means. And now we got a tie basketball game at 16. Three-point play by Crawford, his first 3 of the night. Diggs now for UMBC. Jalakai King back in the game. Now Paul Green in for the first time for UMBC. wearing number 10. Missed a few games with plantar fasciitis, now back in the lineup. Jim Ferry calls him the junkyard dog. Affectionately, I should say. And Cougar Downing affectionately hits the three.
And that's what Cougar Downing's in the game for, is to shoot that three. We've seen a couple of instances in early preseason games where, non-conference games, where he's knocked out huge threes for the Retrievers on the way to win. So big shot by Cougar in his early action.
Downing his 14th three-pointer, shooting 40% from three. Beal with the three won't go. King with the long rebound.
I tell you, Beal's not shy shooting that three. I think this must be his fifth shot already from deep.
Dickerson hampered inside. Now Green with the basketball. 20 to shoot. UMBC with King and Downing in the backcourt. Green, Dickerson, and Diggs up front. Now less than 10. Here's Diggs. And he will travel with the basketball. That's a turnover for UMBC. Only their second of the night. Timeout on the floor with 7.
That's ever played for Coach Ferry. Coach Ferry says he's got special talents. We kind of let him do some things. Kind of gotten off to a little slow start right now, just kind of getting his sea legs back onto him. But I assume that Jolikai Kings will have a huge impact in this game.
Third leading scorer in the conference, fifth best free throw shooter. And that's been an issue for both teams, although neither team has really gone to the line yet here tonight, except for once on the end of a three-point play. We'll talk about that as we move forward. Three-point game, UMBC on top. 7 minutes coming up here in the first half. Ace Flag back on the floor for the Black Bears. Now Mabry back on the floor as well. He's got the basketball. 4 to shoot, working on Downing. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot. And a miss at the buzzer, pulled down by Diggs.
And a good defense by Downing, staying down, staying strong, forcing Mabry to take a fadeaway shot from about 8 feet.
Jolikai King will load it up and knock it down.
I think we called that one, Gary. He was going to have an impact in this game, and Jolikai King lining up three. Not the greatest three-point shooter so far this season, only shooting 26%, but he does like to take it, and that shot will fall. He's got a nice stroke.
17th make for Jolikai King. It's the largest lead of the night for either team by 6, and now it's down to 4 after Crawford's jumper.
We talked about Crawford being aggressive, being a tough New York guard kid. Loves driving there and pull up for that little mid-range.
Yeah, Crawford's minutes increasing. Chris Markwood really likes the New York City guard. He's got 5 here tonight, averages 4 for the year.
And you got to love a walk-on, right? A walk-on coming in here and getting time in Division I basketball. Man, that's just an awesome story.
Odunawo back on the floor, sends it off to Diggs. Retrievers with less than 10 to shoot. Diggs going to try to create. 4 now. King gets a screen. Not a lot of room. King, 2 for 2.
Bang, bang. We need to highlight him more coming out of timeouts, Gary. Jolikai King feeling it from deep.
Full disclosure, that was my call.
You did.
Right? My call.
That was your call. That's good play.
8 points for King. It's a 7-point lead. 5:40 left to go. Flag with the basketball. Got his first start as a collegian here tonight. The fraternal twin of Cooper Flag. Mother played basketball at Maine. They're a Maine family. In fact, they grew up, about 30 minutes from campus?
Yeah, absolutely. And his mom is a great player from Maine. They had some great teams back then, and just proud of him to be at Maine. And I'm sure his brother's looking on tonight. I don't think Dallas is playing tonight, so he's probably proud of his twin brother as well. Just really good player. Just really crafty player. He's going to have a great career here at Maine. And look forward to watching that kid grow. Welcome
to the broadcast, Cooper, if you're watching. There's your brother, Ace. 5:27 left now in the first. Carey, double team. Nice pressure there by Green, who's checked back in. Jumper in the lane. Beal knocks it through.
We talked about Beal having the ability to score at all 3 levels. There's a mid-range little jump hook for Beal in about 5 feet out.
Beal keeping him in the game. He's got 9 of the 20. Retrievers by 5. King to the basket. Over Flag. It won't go. Beal pulls it down. Beal now 9 points, 6 rebounds in the game.
Beal coming off a career-high 20 against Bryant, his first conference game on Saturday, so really feeling some confidence.
Mabry for 3, loads up. Beal tips it out, but it's picked off by King. Yeah, Beal was the lone double-digit scorer in the game against Bryant, 20 points. Odunawo, baseline jumper, cups out. Green gets the rebound, keeps it alive.
And that's what you talk about, junkyard dog in a positive way. Just gets after every 50-50 ball. Coach Ferry says he's the best 50-50 player he's ever coached, and that's saying something with Coach Ferry's career.
And now King draws the foul from Carey on a three-pointer, and that'll be 3 free throws for one of the top shooters in the conference.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. Ace Valentine with the ball out top, just swinging it. Yep, just touched the elbow, I think. Yeah, Carey's arguing that it was very little, but I think he did touch his elbow, offset the shot.
This has been an issue for UMBC, really for both teams, Rick. The Retrievers shooting just 68% from the charity stripe. Maine last in the conference at 61.
Yeah, and again, Maine's been in, they're 2-14, but they've been, 10 of their games have been with inside of 10 points, and they've been in most of these games. And it comes down to free throw shooting. Their free throw shooting against Bryant, they literally lost a game because they could not make free throws in the second half of that game.
Maine has lost 5 two-possession games or less in which they have missed more free throws than the margin. And here, King hits 2 of 3. As an example, they lost to Merrimack by 7, but missed 9 free throws. They lost to Longwood by 4 and missed 8. It's a 7-point lead. Bashir Galang has checked in, another promising freshman, along with Flagg, to the basketball game. Where's number 64? Beal to the basket, pull up, baseline, too strong. Green pulls it down for UMBC.
I mean, this ball game right now is playing right into Maine's pace right now. I mean, this is a low-scoring game for UMBC standards, and this is what Maine wants to do.
DJ and 1 for the Retrievers.
DJ Armstrong taking in the lane, gets fouled with a nice little floater. Shots are going to fall from Maine because they've got some decent shooters. Right now, UMBC's got to take advantage while they're not.
Here's a look at TJ Beal, the transfer from Southeast Missouri State. This is his 4th school in college ball, and that's not uncommon these days.
We're starting to see less and less as these guys graduate out, because we were seeing the last couple of years guys playing in 5 and 6 schools, which is really amazing. But that kid's a good player. We've highlighted him a few times early in this game, and I think he's going to be one of the top players in this conference. He just is so athletic, so long. He can guard 1 through 5 on defense, and as we talked about, can shoot it at any level.
3rd in the conference in blocks, 1.5 per game. 3-point play is complete on the part of DJ Armstrong, and it's the first double-digit lead of the night. 30-20 is the score. Diggs on Flagg to the basket. That's going to be short. King with the box out of Beal. Wow. And Jim talks about this a lot, Rick. And here's the turnover for the Retrievers.
He doesn't talk about turnovers.
No, he does not talk about. He doesn't want to talk about turnover. He don't even want to see a turnover. Yeah. But what he does talk about, there's Jim, is rebounding. A much better rebounding team this year.
Absolutely, much better rebounding. One of the top 3 teams in the conference at rebounding, which is something that has been lacking the last 2 or 3 seasons with this team. So he's really proud of that. Coach Mark Wood would like to see his team start to play a little better on the offensive end, just not shooting the ball that great, only 34% from the floor. Just need to be a little more patient and start knocking down some of these shots.
10% from 3 at 1 for 10. Here's Galang, the freshman, takes DJ to the basket. Can't convert, though, and again, bank is closed.
Yeah, and tell you what, that move is strong by Galang. It's just not finishing.
Diggs with a strong move. That can't finish. Nice. You see what King did there, keeping it alive.
Yeah, nice touch patch over to Valentine.
And DJ going to lose it out of bounds. Good pressure defense, though, from Isaac Bonilla.
We start talking about the turnovers, and they're starting to throw them left and right for the Retrievers. That's number 4 for the Retrievers. It still isn't bad. They want to keep it under 10 per game. 10 or 11 per game is where Coach Ferry wants it to be. Just needs our clean that up. Last couple of possessions, not good for the Retrievers.
2:43 left in the half. There's Beal with Diggs. Good matchup. Up top, Galang. Going to get a screen from Beal. Flagg on the sideline. 10 to shoot. Carey with King. Drives. Offensive on Logan Carey.
Wow, that's great defense by King, and DJ Armstrong coming from the weak side trying to block that. But let's take a look at this. I think it was, Jalakai King on Carey kind of spotting up. Yeah, Carey just got a shoulder into the chest of Jalakai King and got caught with the offensive foul.
Yeah, how about DJ with the help?
And DJ's over there. He's got a nosebleed, and they had some cotton in his nose to kind of stop it, and trainer's picking that. Oh, yeah, okay. Got to do that. Other duties as a sign for the trainer.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. Hopefully DJ's there. He's got it stopped. If not, they're going to get the thing plugged back up. I think they're going to get out here and wipe the floor down a bit.
Retrievers with 4 guys who have played 14 or more minutes in the game. Valentine, Odunawo, Armstrong, and King. Haven't seen Jacobs in a little while. He got 9 minutes early and had a couple of flushes.
Yeah, Samantha, Sam's getting a lot of play there on TV, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah.
She deserves it.
With this team, she does a great job. All the injuries they've had so far this year, they think they've had like of their 15 guys, 13 have had ankle injuries. She gets paid over, or should get paid overtime for what she's doing with this team.
Of course, Jim would like to see her be less busy.
Yes.
But that's the way it goes in the world sometimes.
She does a great job with this team.
Armstrong left open, left-hander. Rebound. Pulled down by Crawford again. 6-foot guard, stocky. Not afraid to mix it up. 2 minutes left to play. Here's Crawford on Diggs. Sets up flag outside. Penetration.
Great defense by Adunawo on flag. Just stay straight up.
How about King staying with him too? Diggs to the basket. It's a 12-point lead.
Fast break opportunity for the Retrievers. Haven't been that many in this ball game, but great opportunity on the defensive end by Adunawo, leading to Caden Diggs for 2.
Defense creating offense, and the Retrievers on a 7-0 run. 32-20, 1:30 to go. Bonilla in the basketball game, going to be out of bounds off UMBC.
You talked about rebounding, what UMBC has really improved on in the last couple of years with this team. Defense as well, Gary. I mean, it's one of the things, when Jim Ferry talks about the team, he talks about the improvement on rebounding and defense. You can see a great example there. The team moves, they're very athletic, they know their positions, they know their roles on defense. There's really a team play. They're really connected on the defensive end, and we're seeing it again here tonight.
And speaking of defense and rebounding, you just saw Odunawo check out. Crawford gets back his own pass. And again, he can't hit the bucket. Diggs the rebound. UMBC +9 in the rebounding category tonight, 22-13. Diggs to the basket, the kick out. Extra pass, DJ with 15 to shoot.
Got to swing that ball. You can't have it stick.
King now sets himself up. Can't get the bank. Beal, his 8th rebound of the night. And another turnover. Diggs up ahead, stolen away by Flag.
Nice hands by Flag, getting back on defense. Tripping up that UMBC, something they've got to improve on, they understand. But I'll tell you what, that team they had last year was a lot of veterans, guys that have played together for 3, 4, 5 years. This team has got 9, 10 new guys. These guys have not played together. They've got to figure each other out. And every one of these teams in this conference are going through this. UMBC's got 9 new guys, so it takes time. And right now, you're in conference play. It's time to get it going.
Maine's top 5 scorers from a year ago all gone. 78% of their scoring gone. Over 90% of their three-pointers gone year over year. Got a 5-second differential here. Tough defense by DJ Armstrong. 3 to shoot. Mabry short. 7 seconds to go. Kept alive. Flag to the basket. Jacobs with the defense. And it's going to be out of bounds off Maine.
Tonight's aggressive offense play by Flag. Get that rebound and take it to the basket. Just bounce it on the baseline.
All right, we've seen some buzzer beaters this year. Let's see what we got here. King up ahead for Diggs. Heaves it up. Too strong. And that is the end of the first half. UMBC 5-1.
Just weren't converting, and then they started to force some shots, I think, down the stretch. They just need to be more patient on the offensive end.
Starting 10, let's check it. Yes, back out on the floor. Riley Jacobs for UMBC saw 9 minutes in the first. Backdoor DJ from Riley Jacobs.
And I think that might have been set up from the locker room. Fantastic move by DJ Armstrong. Riley Jacobs backdoor to DJ off the glass.
First assist for Riley Jacobs. Third bucket actually for DJ. He's got 7, including a conventional three-point play. And the Retrievers with a 14-point lead. Flag to the basket, baseline, picked up by Riley Jacobs. Flag. Patient underneath for the 2.
Yeah, freshman on freshman crime there. Ace Flag taking it on Riley Jacobs to the basket, up and under.
That's his first 2. Now DJ getting fouled inside the lane by Ace Flag. Watch the back door.
Yeah, I think they might have set this one up. When you look at the back door, DJ recognizing that Mabry was overplaying him. Riley just finds him with a nice dish and finish.
Boy, when your big man can pass, that opens up a whole new dimension of the game.
Absolutely, and Maine plays really hardcore defense on the half court. They really get up in you, so there are backdoor opportunities if you just recognize it and make sure you're on the same page with your teammate.
Difference in this game right now, though, Rick, for me, is UMBC's defense. Jim has stressed it all year long, and they've really shown it tonight.
Yeah, it really has. They're really playing strong. Again, touting Maine's defense and the best in the conference, but UMBC's playing really well on the defensive end tonight.
Valentine at the buzzer inside the lane. Rebound Maine. Black Bears looking to come back from a 12-point deficit. They had a 7-2 lead early. That was their largest lead of the night, but since then it's really been all UMBC. Carey with a spin, that won't go.
Another great defensive effort by the Retrievers. They're staying down, they're not going for pump fakes, and they're finishing the play by getting the defensive rebound. DJ
in the lane, the kick out. Jacobs had a couple of flushes, uses the glass.
Back to the freshman crime. Riley Jacobs says, listen, I got to get you back. Ace, and takes him to the basket.
6 points, 5 rebounds, and a helper for Riley Jacobs. A true freshman from Alexandria, Virginia, and can really blossom here for UMBC.
Yeah, he's got special talent skills. When the game's starting to slow down for him a little bit, sometimes you'll see him rush some shots, but he's sitting a little bit more patient with the game.
Mabry way downtown. Yeah. That's his first three-point bucket of the night.
And that's a guy UMBC has got to watch. He's got that kind of talent. He didn't do much in the first half against Bryant. He came out and had 9 straight points for Maine in the second half. He's a guy who can light it up, and Maine really needs him to get ignited.
701 career points for Ryan Mabry. Thank you, Ronan.
Oh, wow. Somebody's feeling some pressure going inside.
Jacobs again. Has it stripped, kicked away by Maine. 19 to shoot for UMBC.
Just take a look at this, like the kick outside. He's at the UMBC logo, at the C, and buries it. Long range, beyond NBA.
From the C. Well, see, half court's what, 45? That's got to be a 30-footer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
15 to shoot. Here's King. Penetration, hesitation, and the basket.
You named it exactly. Penetration, hesitation. King does a nice jump stop, pump fake, and kisses it high off the glass.
Back to 13. King now with 12. Leads the game. 6 rebounds as well.
We talked about he is a special talent. Just can do so many things. So fast, so crafty with the basketball. We're talking about Beal being one of the best players in the league. I mean, Malachi King is one of the best players in this league. Same with DJ Armstrong. No question that UMBC's got 2 better players in this conference.
That was a fastball from Beal underneath, and Caleb Crawford couldn't handle it. There's Markwood on the sideline. That's the 8th turnover for Maine.
Yeah, that's a frustration look when you have a turnover like that. Coaches just drives coaches crazy.
8-3 turnover to assist ratio. That's not what you want, obviously. King again, penetration.
Yeah, he had a nice penetration and a nice dish for Riley Jacobs. Just nice defensive hand in the way.
Carey, right side, won't go. Odunawo pulls it away.
And Maine is getting right there with these shots. Oh, flag with the steal.
2-on-2. Crawford, they'll let him have it. Odunawo out rebounds flag.
Yeah, UMBC doing a really good job on the boards right now. 25-17 advantage. Only 5 offensive rebounds the Retrievers have given up to the Black Bears.
Diggs in the basketball game. The kick out. King, quick trigger. That won't go. Mabry for Maine. That's a nice touch pass for Beal. And Beal converts, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Mabry,
that's a good look for Mabry.
It was.
Goal attempts.
Yeah, they usually shoot about 24 a game, so UMBC rated it below that. But I think some of that is that they're getting easy access into the paint, the Retrievers are, on this Maine defense. And so they're not having to kick out for threes as they typically do once the defense sort of collapses when you do penetrate. Right now, they're getting shots off in the paint.
You know, one of the things that Chris Markwood told us the other night was what he likes about TJ Beal, other than the scoring, of course, his versatility on defense, can guard 1 through 5.
Yeah, he's just really long and athletic and can really play multiple positions.
3-point play is complete. Beal now with 12 of Maine's 28. Retrievers lead it by 10. Jacobs active here in the second half.
Really active defense for Maine, really aggressive, really shutting off any opportunity for Retrievers to penetrate and get easy shots.
King loses his footing.
Yeah, King called timeout before we got trapped for the jump ball. UMBC's got to be real careful not to get too complacent. They got to keep up the energy they had in the first half where they built that lead.
6 on the shot clock here for UMBC. Armstrong from King, 3 to shoot. Armstrong gets some space, baseline, won't go. You hear the buzzer and a foul call. Wow. Maine, Logan Carey bails him out.
Yeah, DJ Armstrong with a nice little pump fake. Got lifted, and then Logan Carey just kind of went into him. You see the follow through, got his leg as DJ was fading back a little bit. So he got bailed out on that call. Just not a great possession for the Retrievers, having to force a little 12-foot fadeaway at the shot clock buzzer.
DJ Armstrong with 314 career three-pointers at a few different stops here on the collegiate level.
And I don't want to jinx him, but he's a 90% free throw shooter, so this is pretty much automatic when he goes to the line. Just really complete game, DJ Armstrong.
A couple of free throws there for DJ. Back to a 12-point lead for UMBC. Galang has checked back in for the Black Bears. Carey now, nice give back.
Nice slip. Yeah, nice play by Carey. Coming off the screen, TJ Beal slipping off the screen down to the basket for a flush.
Beal, high scorer, high rebounder, 14 and 9. And Maine hanging in there. They're up by 10. Ratcheted up that defense a bit. Diggs left open for three. He can hit it, and he does.
He does. He can hit it. He gives us a wink over here, Gary. Some of his folks were cheering behind us. Knocks down that three. Caden Diggs not having a great year from deep so far this season, but he can shoot it. He knows he's got confidence. We spoke to him a week or so ago. He says, I can shoot the three. I'll be knocking him down.
Again to Beal underneath. Got a mismatch. Takes Odunuwo to the basket, and another and one.
Yeah, we can't say enough about TJ Beal and his strength and versatility. Nice pass down into the paint for him. Let's take a look at this. Coming off the paint, again, another slip screen. Beal pump fakes and gets Josh Odunuwo up in the air and finishes. Right now, Logan Carey, TJ Beal have got a little something going on with a pick and roll.
2 fouls now on Odunuwo. For America East Conference viewers who didn't know TJ Beal before the season began, after 2 games, they know him now.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming from Southern Missouri State, you don't really see much of his game, but I watched some of the games before we got here, and I could tell he fits right in with the America East Conference, and kind of his length, his athleticism, scored all 3 levels. He's going to be special in this conference.
43-33, Jacobs, talk about special. Retrievers think that he is. DJ with Galang, 4 to shoot. DJ again, little spin inside, won't go. Jacobs keeps it alive and out of bounds off Maine.
Good hustle by Riley Jacobs, keep that ball alive and get UMBC another possession, but not a great offensive possession there for the Retrievers. A little one-on-one basketball, which again, we talked about early. They're easy to defend when UMBC plays one-on-one. They're really difficult when that ball pops, moves around, a lot of motion on offense.
Underneath Diggs, good defense from behind by Mabry. Looking to cut into that double-digit lead. Beal gonna work on Jacobs. Good defense by Riley Jacobs. DJ will launch. That's not working tonight. .20 left in the half, in the game, I should say.
That's a travel.
Crawford, yep, turnover, number 9 on Maine.
Yeah, I'm surprised Maine didn't go back to some sort of pick and roll action with Beal. They've been so successful the last 2 or 3 possessions with that. They sort of backed away, and Crawford tried to go one-on-one.
Maine shooting just 2 for 13 from distance, 15%. Jacobs and Armstrong sit down. Dickerson checks back in, along with Ace Valentine. Odunuwo up top. Gets bottled up there somehow. Keeps it alive. Dickerson. Less than 10 to shoot. Now King, nice spin. Now 5 to shoot. Ace. To the basket. Floater. Won't go. Bailed out again. This one by Galang.
Yeah, bailed out is right. Again, not a great possession for the Retrievers. Once again, just kind of balls being kind of stuck. A lot of pounding the rock, and not a lot of ball movement offensively. So UMBC got bailed out there on another possession. Luckily, Ace Valentine got contact with, I guess it was on Crawford, I think it was. And yeah, Ace Valentine gets to the line, shoots 2.
Sends a 71% free throw shooter to the line for UMBC. Retrievers are 6 of 7 now from the free throw line. Again, that's been in area of concern for the Retrievers. Flag checks back in. Beal sits down.
There should be an opportunity for UMBC to try to take advantage with Beal on the bench because he's been just so disruptive on both ends of the court. For Maine, they bring in the freshman Flag to replace him.
17 points on 13 shots for TJ Beal, 9 rebounds. Lead back up to 12 after 2 by Ace Valentine. 8 points for the junior guard. 45-33 UMBC. To the basket, strong move by Amari Allen, who's checked back in.
Yeah, nice strong move by Amari Allen on baseline. Dalen Dickerson kind of gave up the baseline, did not play strong enough to keep him off the paint. There he goes, see, just right by him. Goes to the line shooting two. I think this, again, back to an opportunity with Beal on the bench for UMBC is an opportunity. UMBC's got an offense in there right now, particularly with Diggs and Odunawo playing together. Odunawo goes to the natural position 5, which is what he is, a center, with Riley Jacobs on the bench. And I think with an opportunity for UMBC to kind of look down to Josh Odunawo way down low, get him some opportunities against the freshman Flag.
Free throw shooter here is Amari Allen out of Ajax, Ontario. America East watchers will remember that Traybell Haynes, the great guard from Vermont, was from Ajax. 1 of 2, 45-33 the score.
Yeah, Maine's in their 3-2 zone. They'll do this to change things up quite a bit, and they're pretty effective out of this 3-2. And UMBC's got to get the ball to the middle.
There you go.
And finish. That's where there's going to be room in this zone, is in the 3-2. There's going to be room come across that middle, and Dalen Dickerson recognize it. Ace Valentine threw the dish down to Dickerson for the
Watch Valentine, there it is.
Yeah, Ace Valentine finds Dalen Dickerson recognizing the zone and found the hole right in the zone. Nice seam and the finish.
Dickerson's first bucket, junior out of Kaufman, Texas. He'll have to settle for 2, Flag the rebound in front of Diggs. 14-point lead for UMBC. It's their largest lead of the night. They swing it around to Lang back in the game. Here's Allen now to Flag with Dickerson. Going to turn. Flag too much inside.
They have a great move by Flag in baseline. Better defense by Dickerson to block it.
King wants a foul. None called. Baseline move here by DeLang, and that's going to be a foul called on Odunawo. Number 3 on Josh Odunawo. He'll shoot. No, it'll be a foul on the floor when Paul Green is checked back in for UMBC.
Be curious. We saw some of the scouting yesterday about end out of bounds possession. See if they get something out of this. They try to go up top the Beal and then come off the curl. Yep, there's the post down low.
So Beal back in, and floating it off glass and in is Bamba. Giannis Bamba, the junior from Montreal, transfer from Wichita State.
Great execution out of the timeout of the end out of bounds play. That's something we saw yesterday drawn up in the scouting report, and they converted.
Bamba, a versatile wing for Chris Markwood. First bucket of the night. Lead down to 12, 11 plus left to go. Dickerson, good move. Baseline, English goes.
Yeah, you called it. It was a great move by Dalen Dickerson, taking a baseline. Finger roll, the shot was contested. He was able to curl himself under and finish at the rim.
He's got a very explosive first step. 4 for Dickerson off the bench in 6 minutes.
Somebody's hurt. I think Beal's actually having to come out with an injury.
You see him in the corner there. There he goes.
Yeah, I think he may have just got hit somewhere and just kind of needs to get his breath back. His shoulder, yeah.
Yep, left shoulder for TJ Beal. So now a chance for Maine to substitute, and here they come. Mabry back in the game. Carey back in the game. DeLang will sit down.
Yeah, with Beal out, they need to get some offense into the game, and that's what they did, bringing back Carey and Mabry.
Crawford sits down as well.
Again, they executed at the last end out of bounds play. I'm sure they got something drawn up for this.
Here's Bamba again, this time too strong. Flag, offensive rebound, and the score.
Ace Flag. Yeah, getting great position on the offensive rebound there. They'll collect that offensive rebound and put back.
4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist for Ace Flag. Green inside. You won't see him shoot much, but takes it strong here, and he'll go to the line.
Well, Maine lost track of where he was. They just didn't find Green at all, and Green was wide open under the basket. By the time he got it, it was too late. They were playing a hustle defense to try to get back and convert him, and Green, nice pump fake into the freshman flag. How about Dalen Dickerson taking baseline? Oh, that is sweet. Got contact with Beal. That's where Beal got hurt on that shoulder. And looks like he's got tape on there anyway, so he might have injured that previously. Yeah, he's got tape on that shoulder now, as you can see. And I think when Dalen Dickerson went baseline, there was contact there, and it was a stinger.
Green 1 for 2 off it, bouncing in. So Paul Green, his first point tonight, averaging 11.5 minutes, making only his 7th appearance. He's missed 7 games this year. Well, they had a ton of foot and ankle injuries early on. Odunuwo, Green, others. Nice give inside, won't go, but a foul.
Yeah, great offensive possession by Maine. The Black Bears really moving that ball around and finding Amari Allen swinging down the lane late into the shot clock. Gets to the line, shoots 2.
Foul situation, Retrievers committed 5. Maine also with 5. Amari Allen at the free throw line, 0 for 6 tonight from the field. That's his first made free throw.
Retrievers, number 2, Josh Odunuwo, and number 3, TJ Armstrong.
It looks like Beal's about to check back in for the Black Bears after this free throw.
Odunuwo and Armstrong back in the game as well. And Allen converts, he'll come out, and Beal will check back in. So here we go, 11-point game, UMBC on top, 10:07 left to play. Retrievers entered the second half with a 12-point lead.
Yeah, UMBC still has to be very careful here because right now this game's the teeter-totter whether they're going to blow this team out or get back in the game. And way Maine is starting to make shots and getting good shots. This has a chance to get close real quick.
Ball in the hands of Valentine. They'll play it through Odunuwo now with 10 to shoot. Armstrong. Up top, King open for 3. Ace Flag deflects it. Mabry with a take.
Yeah, nice move, Mayberry. Down strong to the lane and finish. Fast break transition for Maine, trying to get back in the ball game.
Yeah, lead now single digits. It was 14, now it's 9. That's how you do it. You can only score 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah, and there's plenty of time to do this with a 3-point line sitting there. UMBC's got to make better decisions on offense. The ball has to pop. Too much pounding the rock right now. The ball's not popping enough.
DJ, quick trigger. Flag again. Doing a lot of the little things for Maine. Retrievers just 4 for 10 from downtown. Mabry. It's a 7-point game. They have trimmed the lead in half, or the deficit, I should say.
Yeah, we talked about Mabry gets buckets in numbers real quick, and you've seen the last few possessions really start to look much more aggressive offensively.
Mabry was 7. It's a 7-point game. 50-43, 8:35 left. Valentine on flag.
Great move by Ace Valentine, no question. Again, kind of one-on-one though, Gary. It's not kind of part of the UMBC offense moving around, getting easy shots like they were early in the game, but a great individual effort by Ace Valentine to extend this lead.
10 for Valentine. That was a battle of aces there. Nice take by Carey on the right side with the left hand.
And just Olay defense for UMBC right now, just too easy. Carey getting down the lane with uncontested, easy layup.
8 and 3 for Logan Carey. Again, game back to 7. Under 8 now left to play. TJ with a take over to Green. And he is what? Let's see. Nope, no foul. It's going to be out of bounds off Green.
Yeah,
And a turnover and a timeout. 7:40.
Really efficient offense. They're converting on shots they're making. UMBC is just not playing UMBC defense in the second half.
10-3 run for Maine as Jim Ferry looks on in the last 3 minutes for the Black Bears. It was 49-35 at 10:40 And now it's 52-45 at 7:38. And the Black Bears have a chance to cut it further now, trailing by 7 with the basketball. Beal back out on the floor for the Black Bears. And here's Beal to the basket. And Odunuwo looks like he'll get called. That'll be foul number 3.
Yeah, Josh Odunuwo trying to body Beal up, taking on that penetration, dribble drive penetration. Riley Jacobs was back there for the help, so he could have had some help. He just would have stayed straight up. But he got body and contact, and Beal gets to the line, shoots 2.
Not a surprise that T.J. Beal with the take here for Maine.
Yeah, Beal only a 64% free throw shooter, so not that efficient from the line, but hits one there.
At least 3 for 3 tonight. Again, free throw shooting has been an issue. And he'll have to settle here 1 for 2. So 6 points is the difference. 7:20 left, plenty of time. It's a 2-possession game.
But look at the ball stuck. It's just like there are 3 or 4 seconds. The ball should be popping and passing and cutting and getting easy buckets. And a turnover by UMBC.
How much credit does the Maine defense get for plugging the middle?
Absolutely. There's a reason why they're the best defensive team in the conference. And that's what Coach Chris Marquardt, he may have 9 different guys or 10 different guys this year, but he knows how to coach defense. And these guys buy into the system, and they play tough, hardcore, half-court defense. Really efficient, tough defense, tough to penetrate it.
Defense first, allowing just over 60 points per game on the year. Last year, they were the 33rd best defensive team in the country. Flag. 5 to shoot. Mabry now. For Beal, 1 to shoot. I'm not sure he got it off. I guess he did.
He did, and O'Donoghue came up strong, went straight up. I thought there might have been contact. Beal certainly complained about there was some contact, but no call.
Odunuwo with his 7th rebound tonight. Odunuwo 6th in the conference in rebounds per game. Valentine bounce past Jacobs. Inside, 3 players defend. And Riley Jacobs is going to go to the line with 6:17 left to go.
Yeah, again, UMBC just trying to find something within the offensive flow right now. East Valentine sort of creating that action, getting in the lane, pump faking, and finds the freshman Jacobs down low. There's some contact there, and he gets to the line, shoots 2.
6 points, 6 rebounds for Riley Jacobs.
Only shooting 52% from the free throw line. So, again, these are crucial down the stretch. Got to have them.
Somehow he got it.
How about the home rim? Some home rim there.
I think they installed that before the game.
Well, it's good to feel the first one go down, so hopefully he's got a little more confidence, get a little better stroke on this one.
Odunuwo checks out. Caden Diggs in the game. 2nd of 2, look a lot better.
Yeah.
8 for Jacobs, 6 boards as well. The freshman's coming on. He's growing up. 8-point lead, 6:10 to go. Looking for Beal, of course. They got the mismatch with Armstrong.
Yeah, that should be easy pickings for Beal if he gets his position. Got it.
Pretty easy, you're right.
Yeah,
20
nice.
now for Beal, 2nd straight.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice footwork. His career high was 20 against Bryan. He's going to eclipse that here. With 6 minutes to go, you would think.
6-point game. King to the basket. There's Beal. 25th block of the year.
Beal protecting the rim. Nice move by Jalika King. Better defense.
Beal.
Career high.
We have a 4-point game, and Jim Ferry wants a timeout.
And so they're trying to force shots and eventually getting a bucket here and there. But right now, it's a struggle for UMBC offensively.
No field goals for UMBC in 3 minutes. Hey, you're talking about moving and popping. They had 22 assists on 33 buckets against Coppin State. They only have 6 assists tonight on 20 baskets.
Yep. Again, credit Maine defense. This is what they do. They play defense, and it makes it really difficult to score.
Coming up on 5 minutes, King to the basket. Beal, the defense. Foul on Beal. King will go to the line. How about Jalakai King taking on the big man?
Yeah, exactly. It's all individual efforts for UMBC right now. So some one-on-one stuff is a great move by Jalakai King, taking a baseline. Little man get inside with the big guys and get some contact, gets to the foul line. But again, it's a lot of one-on-one, Herculean efforts by individuals and not as a team on offensively for UMBC right now.
King at the free throw line, 10 points in the first half, just 2 here in the second. King averaging just shy of 15 per game, with 13 tonight. Trying to give the Retrievers a 6-point lead with 5 minutes to play. (56-50) UMBC.
UMBC's got to figure a way to contain Beal. You know, I would suspect some sort of maybe pick and roll action off Crawford or Carey with Beal involved.
Beal up high now with Jacobs.
There it is.
Carey and Beal move to the basket.
Nice rebound.
Box out.
Yeah,
Jacobs.
nice rebound by Bradley Jacobs, getting position on Beal and not letting him get that offensive rebound. Big defensive stop by the Retrievers.
Valentine is fouled. And this is going to send Valentine to the line for 1-and-1. And so these free throws now crucial in the 1-and-1 opportunity, because if you don't hit the first, it's kind of like a turnover.
Yep. Valentine, a 71% free throw shooter so far this season.
Carey will sit down. Galang checks back in the game. Valentine knocks down the 1-and-1.
Back to you about free throws. You know, if Beal gets the ball in the paint, you may want to just try to foul him. I mean, it just make it really difficult to get him to get a shot off, because he's only a 64% free throw shooter. And we've seen how Maine struggles down the stretch from the line.
1 for 2 for Valentine. He's got 11 points here tonight. Retrievers 13 of 16 from the stripe. Maine 6 of 9. 7-point game, 4:25 left. Jacobs battling Beal. Beal with 22, here he is, 5 to shoot. Beal and Jacobs. Beal fade away.
Wow, I don't know, that's not in his repertoire. That was a really tough shot. Fading away, the shot clock grinding down over the much taller Jacobs.
Beal has scored 7 in a row. 24, a career high. He's got 44 in 2 conference games. Valentine hemmed in. Diggs with a spin on Flag, and somehow wills it in.
Yeah, that was a great move by Caden Diggs. Just the dribble penetration and the spin over Flag, and lays it just over the front of the rim.
Diggs with 9. It's a 7-point lead. 59-52. Retrievers picking up on offense a bit more, but still a lot of one-on-one play.
Mismatch with Beal, with King in the post. Got to go get him the ball. Got to get him the ball. He's calling for it.
Well, Jacobs is kind of lurking around, but yeah, Flag on the other side with Jacobs, and Flag takes advantage.
And you called it right there, Gary. Riley Jacobs was helping out with King on the defensive end, kind of shading over towards Beal, and left Flag wide open for an easy catch and put back into the rim.
Ace now with 6. That's Ace Flag, not Valentine. 5-point game. Diggs now with Flag. Keeps possession, drives it home.
Yeah, nice move by Diggs, gonna get muscling inside, pushing Flag off, and be able to convert.
You know what we've noticed about Diggs is he scores in spurts.
Yeah.
He could have nothing for 12 minutes, and all of a sudden you turn around, he's got 8.
And he just loves to penetrate from the perimeter, down through the lane. He's got nice footwork when he gets in there.
Clock down to 2:38. Flag open from 3, short. Diggs rebound in front of Beal. Retrievers have done a great job of boxing out tonight. Flag to Jacobs. Or I should say, Valentine.
Yeah, so the lack of UMBC offense as far as the motion offense that they like to play, they need to kind of be patient and get good shots on the offensive end.
Let's see what Maine has here. Beal still on the floor with 24. He's 10 for 17. That's a double-double for TJ Beal. 24 and 10. Coming up on 2 minutes here. Beal will pop from 3. Got it!
Yeah.
Wow. 27.
We talked about him being a three-level scorer, man. He's got that 3 in his range. You see right now, Maine playing a 1-2-2 zone trap. You just got to be patient. Don't force anything. Oh!
Okay, well, he'll force that.
Hello! Caden Diggs, you want to force a left-handed slam over Biggs. Hello. Big time.
13 for Diggs. Crowd loves that. 8-point game, 1:36 to play. Beal has single-handedly kept Maine in the game. Flag for 3. And Diggs on the defensive end. Huge defensive stop.
Yes, absolutely. One and done for the Retrievers now. Take your time on offense. Be patient. Get a good look as the shot clock's running down.
Ball in the hands of King. Retrievers looking to open conference play with a win. A loss for Maine. And they go to 0-2. Coming up on a minute. 5 to shoot. Valentine to the basket on Beal. Rejected. Number 2 by TJ Beal. Dish for Flag. And Flag draws the foul from Jacobs with 52 seconds to play.
Wow, I think Ace Flag got bailed out there. Just Riley Jacobs was sort of standing straight up, kind of took the shot off his arm. But let's take a look at this fantastic dunk by K. Diggs. I'm telling him, pull back, be patient. I don't think Beal thought he was going to go. He got flushed on, posterized. Caden Diggs on Beal.
Diggs says, I'm going. Flag at the line for Maine, 1-1, a miss. Armstrong flies through with the rebound, and now the game is in the hands of UMBC. Mabry forced a foul, sending Valentine to the line.
And the game's in the hands at the free throw line for UMBC. So UMBC is shooting 76%, 77% for the game right now. Doing well at the line, just need to finish this game up and be strong.
Upcoming for UMBC and Jim Ferry, quick turnaround. Saturday we'll be here at 1 o'clock, and then the Retrievers hit the road next week at Bryant at Binghamton.
Yeah, that New Hampshire game will be an interesting game. They got a pretty good team as well. A couple of new players coming into that program as well that are going to show off here at the peak.
They gave Nebraska a good game for a while.
Yeah.
Final non-conference. Elsewhere in the conference tonight, Mass Lowell and Bryant underway. Well, they're all underway. New Hampshire at NJIT, Binghamton and Vermont. 9-point game, 66-57. High off the glass and in.
Crawford with a nice move to the basket off the glass, trying to keep Maine close.
They'll give him the 2 at this point.
Yeah.
Valentine front court. They'll go back to the line after the foul from Crawford with 25 to go. They're not quite out of the woods yet.
No, you still need to make foul shots. If you're UMBC, just be patient and close here on foul shots. Take a look at the Maine schedule coming up. They head up north to hit NJIT, which is another good program. Guys doing a really nice job with that program, so it'll be another tough out for the Maine Black Bears. We talk about this conference is so close, Gary. Every one of these teams are going to have battles every night. There's no gimmies in this conference anymore.
And then after NJIT, nothing difficult at Vermont.
Yeah,
right?
why not go to Vermont and have a game, right?
Free throws by Valentine.
Well, they'll get a couple of their guys back, I'm sure, by some of these games, hopefully, and be able to get a little more offense on the floor.
Short jumper by Carey, going to be out of bounds off of Armstrong. So how about Ace Valentine following up a 19-point performance against Coppin? Gets 14 here tonight with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a couple of steals.
Yeah, and they needed Ace down the stretch when the offense wasn't in flow, as we talk about. You know, he was able to convert and making some things happen with this fantastic one-on-one game. Mabry
launches and hits it for Maine. Timeout. It is a 6-point game with 11.9. And Riley Jacobs, 10 and 7. You know, we talked to Jim Ferry about this in the preseason. He said, hey, we could have 4 guys average double digits this year.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what they have tonight.
You know, they've got depth. They just have to play their depth.
There's pressure from the Black Bears, looking for a steal. They got to foul King. 0.9 off the clock.
We talk about depth on this UMBC team. You know, when you asked Jim yesterday about the team, after non-conference play, what do you feel? He says, you know what, this team is really connected. They like each other. They enjoy playing for her. They play hard every day. They hang out after practice, after games. They're really a close-knit group, he said. But the problem is with such a deep group, a deep talented group, it's keeping people happy because you can't get playing time for everyone.
Especially in conference
So
play.
when you have such a great culture and the guys are buying in and they're practicing hard, when you don't get time in the game, then what happens? And then your character really starts to show. He feels these guys are strong enough to support each other that they can deal with that, but it's just natural, right? You think you should be playing, you don't play because you're such a deep team that things happen. So that's one of the things that he's got to keep focused on. But he really loves these kids. We've seen them, Gary, since the summer, and they're a strong, cohesive group. I think they're going to deal real well this season.
You know, to that point, I'm looking at the bench. I'm looking at Cougar and Dickerson. Like, they can play. And they've got 13 minutes here tonight combined.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's going to do it here. The Retrievers close it out.